It's about been so it's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So it's been about 5 days since I've decided to walk out from my mom. A lot has been going on in my life since last I posted. I've I was I had a business that wasn't mine. That was my mom's, but it was in my mom in my name because that's what she wanted. There's like whole reason that she wanted to do that. I was not comfortable doing that, but I did offered and agreed to do it because I thought that was helping her out. Either ways, basically I had a business that I was working at. So basically I did have a job that I quit last Saturday. I walked out on um, this business, my mom's business, because I just couldn't take um, the interaction that I've been having with her basically my entire life, honestly. It's really hard to just list off all of a sudden. There's been like a straw that broke Calma's back on Saturday. So I had to walk away, not just from the quote unquote job, but from her in general. That was not the point or the first time that I thought about it. I've thought about walking away from her, like completely from her life for over a decade. Ever since I was a teenager, honestly, like the biggest wish I had as a teenager was to gain independence, financial independence, and everything, so that I don't have to ever see her or talk to her again. That was my biggest wish as a teenager. Obviously, things happened where I didn't do that when, even though I was able to, like financially able to do it, I hadn't. There were moments where I thought that maybe my mom could be my mom, like mom. Um, so it went back and forth. I lived away from her for a while, and I think that helped, like both in terms of regaining my mental health and unfortunately forgetting how she was like. Last year, after I was laid off from my work, I lived with her, um, both because I wanted a career pivot and I thought she could be supporting me that way, by providing a roof over my head without having to pay for it. I had the money to stay away from her, and if I'm just thinking about, like in terms of relationship wise, I should have, because it would have stayed better that way, but I didn't. So ultimately I did save money, but I lost relationship with her because my younger self was right in that I just can't gel with her, to put it lightly. Yeah, so the thing is, my current boyfriend helped me feel brave, I guess, because I had someone with me to actually walk away, to do the things that I've always fantasized about, is just to not deal with her anymore, not put up with it, not bend over backwards, going with something that I'm extremely uncomfortable with just for sake of approval, and to appeal her, honestly. So I decided that on Saturday, and then we moved out on Monday. We were living with her because we were working on this business. But yeah, I moved out on Monday with him, just one day. You know, I didn't tell her anything until after everything was done, and I didn't even tell her where I was going or what I was thinking of doing. I just told her. I didn't even tell her anything, actually. I told my boyfriend to send her a message that I will not be talking to her. She can talk to him. She can talk to me through my boyfriend, but only about business stuff that needs to be wrapped up, because that business is still under my name and I didn't want that anymore. She's honestly the one that's operating. She's the one that needs that business. She wants the money. She wants to run it, etc. So that was, and unfortunately, the old apartment is also in my name, because again, she wanted that. She wanted it that way because she was trying to do frankly very sneaky, not very good reasons. And I told her through my boyfriend that she can talk to him only strictly about stuff like that. I don't want to get involved with her at all from now on. I didn't tell her the reasons. She frankly should know the reasons because it's not like I haven't told her about a lot of the things that she does and has done in my life that hurts me and has hurt me. And continue she and I mean the straw that broke my back, so to speak, was like what she did on Saturday was basically start yelling at me in front of other employees for taking a break after 5-hour work. There's a lot more details, but that was like basically the main reason. She did not like the fact that I was taking a break when it was supposedly busy. Mind you, there were other people working. There were her, two other employees who honestly is more than sufficient enough to handle it for what 30 minutes that I was away. And this was after 5 hours, and the prior day I worked almost 16 hours covering for someone who had called out sick, again without this is also without getting paid as well. And she had the gall to just chastise me, and that wasn't the first time either. She that morning alone she was already chastising me, saying how my work wasn't perfect enough, not up to her standard. Again, mind you, I was doing 3 people's worth of work for her business, and it was not good enough. And I snapped basically. I said, if I'm gonna get chastised and guilted, blamed, and for like whatever, if I'm gonna get that anyways, I might as well get that while not doing all this work. So I walked out, and I haven't seen her since that. That was the last time I saw her. Yeah, it's been like what 4 days, 3.5 days since I moved out from her place. I was so anxious and nervous. I still kind of am to get out from this safety of a new place, but I'm still working through things. It's the today's the first time I actually got up and got dressed, put on makeup. I'm not going out anywhere today, but I did it just to help myself feel better about myself because I didn't want to sink. I didn't want to feel like I was sinking into this murky depth that I can't get out from, because I feel like I was doing that if I just let myself slog through this turmoil of emotion that I'm trying to process through basically. But yeah, that's where I am in my life. I'm both in a better place and in a worse place. I wish I could just talk about all of those things, but it's really hard to voice it out loud. I did write some of them down. It's just there's so much things. I don't. It's so hard to say it out loud, even to like random, like nobody, a base and a stranger. I don't. And just trying to process it, trying to sort it out, just gets me started on tearing up. It's weird because it's not like I'm depressed or anything. I feel relieved. I feel much safer. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm worried about my future because like financial stuff. I don't have a job. I'm still looking for it. I have dependents in terms of my cats. I do have a bit of a saving, but that's kind of just dwindling out. But that's not what gets me down, and I don't know. I feel kind of numb, but at the same time, it's like a numbness that once I try to work at it, it just starts. The floodgate starts open, and then I don't know how to chip at it. So this is basically one form of me trying to work it out. Along with me writing things down and talking to my boyfriend. I haven't told any of my friends. I don't know who I can talk to about this because I don't want to feel like I'm just imposing my problems on them. Some of them have their own problems. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe hopefully I'll be at a better place as days go on. And I'll be able to hopefully put up a good update.